Yo, party people, it's market analysis time. And in true fuckery, TradingView disappeared. All my boxes I drawn out for you guys. So we're gonna do a Bill O'Reilly and do it live. Alright, let's get it. This is the low of the year here. March. Okay. We're on a daily. We're following, here is the touch of it in May. And we're getting really close. And at the same time, gotta adjust this guy. That is the uptrend. So it's almost completed. SPX has filled its gap. QQQ has filled its gap. SPY has not yet. Let's dig in a little bit. The gap is still there. There's a lot of, and the bottom of the gap is here, 442.53. I would not be opposed to this going for it, and with the stow looking like that, it could reject. It's rejected. I don't know what. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be the 5th time it would do it in a row. And with the MACD that green and it being like that, there's a good chance we go for lows early on Monday. Needs to be Monday though. Our chart says up, but it could have a pullback there and then go. If we do go and fill the gap, I'm along. Otherwise, if we don't, I'm gonna hold my way out of the monies for here and see what happens. I am more so interested if we actually have a good setup to play. I know I'm not gonna be messing with 0 DTEs too much, but I'm gonna be buying Tuesday calls that I sell at close. Tuesday, if this tracks, we have a pullback. Wednesday is the money day for me, and I think there's a gap down, and it starts. They might front run a FOMC minutes move, but that is a big move. Thursday pullback. OPEX Friday. Do not trade unless you are scalping, because it's gonna look like what Friday looks like. And then usually we have post OPEX low Tuesday, Monday, which we've now had for forever, but that was during the moon cycle that we had. That might have changed. And I would want to bring to your attention that there's many OPEXs that either are violent sells or they rip end of day. And if they have changed the moon cycle, this would make sense. All right. I would want a long end of day Friday, maybe after 0 DTEs. If it's still flat and 0 DTEs have not done anything, I'm gonna buy, some cons. Either way out the money. We'll see, but something like that is my thinking here, because there's no reason for this just to suddenly crash when we've sold now for, where's the Bank of Japan top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days of downtrend. I know Friday shows up as green, but like, come on. So 12 days, 13 is the max that I've seen, unless extreme conditions. So with this MACD, it kind of wants to double bottom here, honestly. And if this trend line goes, then we're in for a greater pullback. But again, any major reversal needs a double top on something bigger than hourly. Now, if we look at the weekly, what do we see? Well, again, we see a retest and reclaim of the 9MA on SPY's weekly candle. Now, first time in 2013, in 2023 that we've had two back-to-back red weeks. Yeah. Back to back. No? Here. Uh-huh. Well, that's a inside, so I don't know. It's counting it as a indecisive, but yeah. And though, yeah, that was 22. Yeah, it's the first time in the whole year. Well, that's also an inside, but it's very rare to have these two really red candles this year. Nevertheless, this is the low of the year. Nope, that's the low of the year. Okay, that's the double bottom retest of the low of the year. And this trend line on the weekly was touched there, held, and is about to test. Could we fill in one more bad week? Yes, but again, I would want to see early lows next week. And what do I mean by that? Do we have to get it? No, we don't, just because this is the SPY gap here, 44243. That's the start of the gap. We dipped into the gap. SPX and QQQ have filled this gap. SPY has not. Now, this is a manual gap that I drew out because, let me show you. This is the fuckery, right? You gotta dig in and you gotta see how there's no gap right there. But there is a gap right there, because the gap, look, see how the chart's showing you no gap, but this is what Moon Trend rocks. Pre-market candle, pre-market candle, pre-market candle, pre-market candle, pre-market candle, after hours, after hours, after hours. So that is where it closed. Chart shows you, oh, nothing to see here. Boom, that's where it opened. Okay? Capiche? Fantastic, because I don't want anyone sizzling on the barbecue. Okay, this pattern obviously is called I Hate You, and I'm gonna be bitch slapping you to death as much as I can. And I had gone over this on the chart. This pattern occurs like 4 or 5 times a year, and I'm gonna be working on identifying when we get it, but again, I will show you where and when. Here's a great example of it. Had a reversal that was pretty strong, killed everyone, right? And the MACD setup is kind of the same here. If you look, we got it coming down, it's gonna go boom. We might only get that before we have a hefty pullback. So I'm not saying volatility is over here. Far from it, okay? Prepare for anything. But the daily MACD here clearly wants a reversal. The Stow is messing around. But let's look at this pattern. You have it here, right? Kind of have it here. This is, during the bear market when shit was skipping. But again, every time it occurs, okay, it does have, or here is a great example. We cross down here, exact same setup, violent rebound. Okay, same here. Here it occurs, rebound. Here it occurs, violent rebound. That's why we want to catch. Our chart shows that it's coming, but I mean, this week was just like special, man. It was complete potato. This looks choppy. Honestly, I'm looking for Monday, possibly calls Wednesday, and then end of Friday. I'm all, depending upon the open here, futures tomorrow, I might long try to catch this on futures and just hold it, because clearly this is showing a huge trend. I would just want us to like buy in the money, ride it on these specific days, because it might be choppy. It might be an uptrend with these like huge drops, right? And nobody wants to play that. But anyways, bigger picture, for all the people who are saying, oh no, it's over. We got this choppy ass cup pulling back. We're gonna get a handle. what could possible price target be? I would want it to be 146. I would want it to overshoot to 464. That's what I have that dark pool print at. I have it from 464 all the way down to filling the gap and below. I have it all the way to the other gap, which is actually no, I have it to 437. Yeah, that line. See there? I don't have it going lower yet than that. So what I would want to do is absolutely freaking kill it for 2 weeks, and then oh my god, look at that. That would be just, might even want to consider buying puts on that Friday the 19th, a week out in the money. Throw the computer out the window. You know, it's called hedging, people. Then you buy a new computer by making sure that you don't touch your shit. Okay? Market risk, let's talk about it. It's elevated. It's at, let me see, 265.8, 300 being extreme, high being 200 to 300, right? So we are up there. And what does that mean? That correlates directly with the 10-year yield. That is just on crack right now. And we're getting, I mean, look, if they let it go to 4.3 again, either the Western world dies or they slap it down. Hoping that's some type of lower high there for everyone's sake. So VIX got the double bottom. We had this trend we're following, right? We played that beautifully that one day when I was like, if it loses to 9, it's going to go under the 21, and it did, and we cashed in on calls on that like absolute ballers. Now, what is this called? This is called the little this is called the garden shed right here. Let's name it the garden shed. There's got a small little chimney from when Grandpa built it, but nevertheless it's a shed. It's curling down. We were frothing at the mouth for this gap to fill all freaking week. It did not. The setup is definitely there to do so. And I saw some VIX puts coming in, right? I want to check something. What was it? UBXY. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Not on the 1 hour. Let me see if I catch it on the. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look awesome either. All right, cool. But anyways, SPX filled the gap. QQQ as well, SPY not. So I'm really looking for this to be a cup and handle to reject this. This could, I mean, if we rally on Monday, look guys, Tuesday is going to be the pullback, and then Wednesday brings us above and stops at this gap, and then, you know, OPEX fuckery for a few days, and then next week, boom, we go for highs. Okay, everybody on board with that? I think you are. Wonderful. I'll be trading futures when HSI opens and the DAX opens. Okay. This is how the DAX closed, and that is how China closed, mind you. SPX looks a little bad in the close, but when you take a better look at it on, you know, okay, that doesn't look very good. However, there's something going on, because when you're looking at SPY, it looks pretty peachy in the close. All right. Look at that. That's nice. Nice. Okay. But if you look at the chart, you got to be pretty on it with the scalps. This is not very awesome to trade. Especially if you want to swing anything. Okay, what else? AMC absolutely died after hours. When will I buy AMC? I'll tell you when. I'll buy it at 120, 117 specifically, because that is the bottom over here. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of signals. Okay. Let me still look at this. This does not look very bullish, guys. Okay, it seems like we could still get lower here. We don't have to, but I do have a target on SPX that is required for us to print, for us to go higher, and that is 4457.43. Okay, so Monday, ideally, small pump, pull back, and here's my free-handed cup, could even go down to there, and then we want up. We want that to be a double bottom. We want this double bottom actually to hold, unless we're gonna gap fill. Okay, wonderful. And which brings us to part 2, and that is the Apple gap. And again, let's zoom in and see. Oh, there's the gap. That's where they wicked up from. So they don't want to fill that gap, clearly. Why, I don't know, but they're buying it there. Okay, Tesla, not very pretty. Tesla is going to be a serious buy here soon. Where does it wick up to? Let's see, let's get it right. Is there even a wick? No, there is not a wick. There's a small wick. If Tesla can get 235 on some bad news, buy it way out the money. Find some penny position, because it is going to go up. We're very, very close to a reversal, and I think it's going to be Eli Lilly type of action. Okay, meaning pew! Meta, same thing, just consolidation. I think that one big catalyst could obviously be, I know that a lot of people think that Nvidia might make us fly as the earnings. So if we can pump and then sell into it, I'm inclined to take some calls, because they have been beating it down, but the chart looks kind of like the indices. Okay, Amazon, we've covered Amazon to death in the chart. Everyone should probably know what the deal is with it. All these texts, I mean, I think it's pretty hilarious what it's done and then come all the way down. So we're very close on all of these for reversal. Carvana was ripping on Friday. Good for Carvana. UPST, I would love for this to back. See, I had said that level, right? And look where it reversed from. I'm gonna put another alert, because as you know, every chart double tops and every chart double bottoms. So we're gonna put an alert there around 31, and we are going to be writing some calls on that. Probably up to this gap. And that's nice, from 31 to 44. We're gonna catch it, because you know how that runs. Okay, then we have interesting earnings. These two are gonna be huge. Okay, this has been beat down so hard, and I remember when I was in Honolulu, I think it was the day before Bank of Japan killed my vibe. We were writing this, so definitely gonna jump on the target train here. And then Walmart's been hitting all-time highs over and over and over. We'll see what it does. And John Deere, if he follows Home Depot and Cat, can be an absolute ripper. That does not mean that it, especially John Deere, it can either move hard or it's usually IB killer and then moves. So John Deere, Walmart, that could, I know that DraftKings was awesome, so that could be one to look at. Then again, DraftKings could have taken all their business. Not playing SoFi or Hood or all these. I think they're pretty cold right now. What's this doing? That's still it should hold these levels. If there could be some good crypto news, this could be awesome. But yeah, that's my tactic for this week, is trading upside those 3 days if it tracks. I don't think that bulls are out of the woods. However, I do not for 1 second believe that this is the time for a market crash. I really don't. Should we see a little lower? Yeah, we should feel that gap on SPY. But other than that, this market has had so much shit thrown at it that I just don't see it. All right, let's skim through the calendar. Monday after hours. Do we have anything Sunday? No. We got Japan. You know how I'm about Japan news. And we got China news. So those could be huge catalysts if you are trading futures. I wouldn't be swinging again anything from Monday into Tuesday just based on I see we have a clear pullback on Tuesday here. Could be all of this shit. The UK data was pretty good last week though, so we'll see. Tuesday we got Justin CPI, and we have blah 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 data. Okay, Wednesday building permits, crude, most importantly FOMC minutes, and we got we got Japanese data. Hope they cook it. Okay. Jobs Thursday. Fed Philly. Oof. Oh yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And then after hours we have this. I think this could be good. Set us up for Monday's rally. And then go hard that week. Yeah. Lots of data. I do believe this just looks choppy to me. But we will close higher than we opened. So if this tracks, let's keep an eye on reversal Monday, play calls on it. Can short Tuesday, buy the bottom Wednesday. Looks like a freaking winner for 0 DTEs. Probably FOMC. I mean, it could be a huge pump that then the data kills or the jobs, and then OPEX. It's not going to be an easy week. I know this looks like a rally. This is not just straight rally. This is choppy, volatile moves. And then we long end of Friday. Those cons are going to juice on Monday. You might want to jump out because Tuesday looks like consolidation with a drop here. Wednesday, but we'll cover this week next week. All right. As far as dark pool, I'd printed that there was some coming into the QQQs, which is still correct. But I did want to show you guys something. Hold on. Are you gonna let me log in? You freaking. Sorry for keeping you waiting for 30 seconds. All right. The reason why also I'm not saying that the bottom's in here is just this data looks more put heavy. I would imagine they kill the puts by gap up, and gap up kill the puts. People start buying calls, they rip it down, and then we get a reversal. So slam on your VWAP and keep an eye on it on Monday. Let's also check this real quick. Yeah, looks like if you see here, this is starting to curl back up. We're really close to a reversal. We are. This could even be one of these here. Most likely one of these, but bigger. So again, we will see. Did I want to show you guys anything else? Bear with me really quick. Yeah, this is a pretty good thing in my opinion. Okay, this is a market risk indicator, goes hand in hand with this, and it says that we are due for that pop that we have been talking about for very long. Market risk line rejected there, and usually when it rejects it goes down to here, so we should see this pop or a trend reversal for, I mean, we're at gaps, guys. Gaps are huge spots, so why wouldn't we, trend reverse? It's just when you're messing around on them with the 0 DTEs lately, you get cooked. Okay, so that's why I'm thinking we long it once we see it and we hold it, rather than not. But there's your dark pool into there. Besides that, again, no, you see the flow there, boom, really coming in. I don't know why SPY doesn't want to load it here. There you see that dark pool? That's serious dark pool. That's that gap dark pool on the 15 minute. Okay, doesn't really show here for whatever reason. All right, so they are fonduing around. Anyways, love yourself, love your family, God bless, and I'll see you on Monday on the trend. I'll actually be there on Sunday if I long those futures. Okay.